What's good, y'all? If you're pressed for time, these are the few movements for your hips to increase that hip mobility. Come join me on the mat. The first thing I'm gonna get us to do is just open up the hamstrings here. We're tall seated, feet are just laying down on the mat, legs completely straight. I just want you to go towards the feet, drop the chest down towards the thighs on each side, just to open up these hamstrings, leading with the chest each time. I like to inhale as I drop into the hamstrings, exhale as I lift back up. I'm then gonna get you to tuck your feet in, almost like your crab position. Take your knees all the way forward, heels come off, and your knees are gonna go towards the mat. So now you have to just gauge how far you can go. I am aiming for a bit of a quad stretch closer to the knees. You might feel a stretch through the biceps and shoulders, that's great too. But just a couple of these, about 4 or 5. And then getting straight into what we call front step and animal flow. So I'd like to take my left leg outside of my left hand. Back leg is in a long lunge position. First position I'm gonna hit is I'm going to extend the back leg as much as I can. So can I squeeze this back leg, this back cheek? And I'm just breathing here. The stretches that I'm aiming for right now is in the front of my back hip. You might feel just underneath this front hip as well. But again, sometimes it's this intense stretch that we're just trying to work through. If we can't breathe through it, you might need to drop that knee down. And then switch over to the other side. Now, same thing here. Foot just outside of that hand. Chest is tall, spine is tall. Big breath. Just easing our way into this lunge on the back. Again, back leg, if you could straighten it, great. And release. I'm gonna show you a front view here. So this time I'm gonna go a little bit wider with this step. So the last step was just outside of my hand. This step is just gonna be a little bit wider. And then from here, I'm gonna take the same side hand. I push away from my body over here. And I'm trying to lock this arm out while corkscrewing this arm into the ground. So let's go for 3 reps, that's 1. Drop the knee down, relax everything down. Inhale, exhale, lock everything out. And you'll feel this intense groin stretch if you're doing this right. We'll get the other side, so big stretch. On the other side, let's go wider with that step. Foot is still facing forward. Hand goes on top of that knee. Push away. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And then relax completely. Let's go for 3 reps again. I push out with this arm. I lock out with this left arm. And then I relax. Give me 1 more rep here. Push out with your right arm, lock out with your left arm, and relax. Great job. Now, tabling that for a second, we're gonna start in our child's pose. So with our child's pose, usually our hamstrings are right on top of the calves, just like this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tuck the toes right under. You're gonna elevate the knees off the ground and just get them wide. Now this feels like work. Your toe mobility is going to get exposed here if you don't have it, but let's work on it. If you have to drop the knees in between, it's all good. Let's go back to it. Trying to lengthen as much as you can through the lats, through the arms, and then push yourself into that plank position. In plank position, you're squeezing quads and glutes, and then you're gonna load back, driving the knees out again. This time, as you push forward, you're gonna take that wide step. Taking the same side arm off, you pull back with this arm. And what I'm trying to hit here is I'm trying to drive this left shoulder into my back pocket. I'm I'm gonna show you a different angle in a second. So from a back angle, I'm gonna take my right side. I sit back, knees wide. Take a big step outside of that hand, watch my right arm. I pull it back, and I try to sit my right elbow into my back pocket. I'm gonna feel all of this area light up. Perfect. So let's connect that. 4 reps total, here we go. Exhale as we step. Pull back, the same side arm. Reset. Big inhale. Exhale, step. Pull back, right arm. We got 2 more reps. Big inhale. Exhale, step. Last one on the other side. And rest for a few seconds. Great job, y'all. Great job. Our last position for this one, if you have the time, is to take the back leg through. And this is just gonna work the front of that hip. So we get into that loaded position. You have that wide step already, you pull the arm back. As we take this leg through, our guard is gonna change to a vertical guard on that front arm. And we're gonna point these toes away from us. You have a couple variations here. You can always drop this leg, or you can float it if you wanna challenge the hip flexors. Reset back. Getting the other side, we step out, we pull the hand off. Taking the leg through, I push out of this shoulder to create space. And then I kick through. Reset. 4 more for this side. Reset. Right side. Different angle here. 1 more for each side here. Heel stays flat on the ground on my base foot, and I'm trying my best not to rotate it out. And step through. As you stand up here, pulling the knees up to the chest, squeezing the glutes one by one. You'll start to feel the hip mobility change. And if you run, if you're in any sports at all, you're gonna see that the hip function is much better. So try to do this day to day. It only takes a few minutes. Try this at home. Thank you for your time.